Okay, so get this. I was just reading up on this new AI model, GPT-O1, and wow, it's next level stuff.
It really is.
We are talking about AI that's like not just mimicking us anymore. This is potentially AI that could be surpassing human thought processes.
It's true. What we're seeing with GPT-O1, it's not just an upgrade from what we've seen before. It's a whole different ball game.
So for anyone listening who maybe hasn't had their coffee yet, let's just like do a super quick AI 101. Basically, picture a computer program, but it can learn, it can problem solve just like us humans, but way, way faster.
Right?
Like think about those eerily accurate movie recommendations that you get, on those streaming services.
Yeah.
That's AI in action.
Exactly. And now imagine that AI, like, evolving to the point where it can solve complex math problems, stuff most humans would really struggle with, writing code like a programmer who's been doing it for years, and even reasoning through situations with a level of what we'd almost call, like, situational awareness. That's what's got everyone talking about GPT-O1.
Okay, situational awareness.
Yeah.
Now you've piqued my interest. Break that down for me.
Okay. So imagine you're working on this, like, super complex puzzle, and you get stuck, right? You hit a roadblock. Now you don't just keep trying the same thing over and over again. You step back, you kind of analyze the situation, and you try different approaches until something clicks. And researchers are seeing that kind of adaptability and strategic thinking in GPT-O1.
So it's not just about like processing information. It's about understanding how to apply that information in like a flexible, almost human-like way.
Yes.
That's kind of wild.
It really is. And to give you a sense of just how significant this is, early versions of GPT-O1, researchers were like jokingly calling it the strawberry model.
Hold on, strawberry model.
Yeah.
Did we miss a memo?
It was, think of it like an early, slightly less ripe version of GPT-O1.
Okay.
Sneak peek, if you will.
Okay, got it.
And even in its preliminary form, it was turning heads.
Okay, now I'm even more intrigued. So what can this grad student level AI actually do? What are we talking about here?
Well, for starters, it aced the American Invitational Mathematics Examination, or AME.
Okay.
That's a notoriously challenging test, even for humans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my high school math skills would not have cut it.
Right. And then there's programming. GPT-O1 went from an 11% success rate in these coding competitions to a whopping 89%.
Wow.
So that's a complete game changer in terms of how AI can be used to develop software.
Okay, so from coding klutz to coding champion, this AI is on a roll. But let's talk about this chain of thought reasoning for a second.
Right.
It sounds pretty intense.
Yeah, this is where it gets really fascinating, I think. So instead of just like brute force calculations, GPT-O1 can actually break down problems into these like logical steps. So imagine like it sizes up a situation, considers different angles, different approaches, and then boom, solution, all in this logical sequence, just like how we tackle a problem.
So it's not just about access to all the information anymore. It's about like understanding how to use it strategically, almost like it's, thinking.
Exactly. And that has a lot of experts wondering, like, is this a whole new era of AI?
Right.
One where, AI isn't just a tool, but almost like a partner in actually solving these problems.
Mind-blowing for sure. But let's bring it back down to earth for a sec.
Yeah.
What does all this AI genius mean for, like, everyday folks, like our listeners out there?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? And it's bigger than just robots taking our jobs, right?
Right.
This is about us kind of reimagining what's possible. Like, imagine AI teaming up with doctors to diagnose diseases with this like incredible accuracy,
Right.
or helping us, tackle climate change with these innovative solutions we haven't even thought of yet.
Okay, those are some seriously high stakes.
Yeah.
But you're right, it's not all doom and gloom. What about creativity? Like, could an AI ever write a hit song or paint a masterpiece?
Well, that's a question that's sparking a lot of debate right now, actually. I mean, we've seen AI create some like really impressive art and music already.
Yeah.
But is it true creativity? Or is it just mimicking these like patterns from all this stuff that humans have already created?
Right, because there is a difference between like technical skill and that spark of originality.
Right.
That je ne sais quoi that makes art so captivating.
Exactly. That's where things get really interesting, because some people say AI will always be limited by, its programming, right?
Yeah.
Just a reflection of our own creativity. But then others believe that AI could actually surpass us, unlocking these new forms of art and expression that we can't even imagine right now.
AI Picassos and AI Taylor Swifts, wow. This is getting pretty deep.
Yeah.
But we've thrown a lot of information at our listeners today. So we've talked about AI that can solve like crazy complex math problems, write code like it's nothing.
All right.
We even touched on this idea of AI like developing something similar to situational awareness, which is kind of mind-blowing in itself.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder, though, what are the limits of what AI can do?
It's interesting you say that because so often we define intelligence based on, us,
Right.
based on our own human capabilities.
Yeah.
But what if AI takes a completely different path?
Okay.
What if it develops these forms of intelligence that we can't even grasp,
So instead of even asking if AI can think like a human, maybe we should be asking, like, what does thinking even mean in the context of these, advanced systems?
Precisely. And this is where, GPT-O1's progress on those human-like reasoning tests gets really interesting, right? Because remember we mentioned it scores around 50%, which is, double its competitors.
Yeah.
Still trailing humans at 92%.
Right. A gap, but it's closing.
Mm-hmm.
And probably a lot faster than we can even imagine. So what happens when AI, like, not only catches up to us, but surpasses us in terms of, like, intelligence?
Right.
Are we talking about some kind of future where we're taking orders from AI overlords? Like, what's...
Not necessarily. And I think it's important to remember that, intelligence is this multifaceted concept.
Right.
And even if AI surpasses us in certain areas, like maybe problem solving or data analysis, that doesn't necessarily mean, they're going to want to take over the world.
Right.
Right?
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
But it does make you wonder about the possibilities, both positive and maybe, a little unsettling.
Absolutely. And this isn't about, predicting the future with any kind of certainty, right?
Yeah.
This is about recognizing that we're on the cusp of something really extraordinary. We're writing the rules of this new era of AI as we go.
It's a bit like stepping into, like, uncharted territory. A little nerve-wracking, but also incredibly, incredibly exciting. This whole deep dive has really given me a lot to think about. And honestly, it's just so clear that the GPT-O1 and what it represents, it's more than just like a technological advancement. It's a fundamental shift in how we understand, intelligence, creativity, even the very nature of progress.
Well said. I think the most important thing is that we keep asking these questions.
Yeah.
We keep exploring, keep learning as we kind of journey further into this uncharted territory.
Couldn't agree more. And to our listeners, if this conversation has, sparked your curiosity, please keep digging, because the world of AI it's evolving every single day. And who knows what incredible breakthroughs await us just around the corner. Until next time, keep those minds curious.